Okay, here's a thought before we move on to the last mission process here, all right? So, as Alil just suggested, he did say, I kind of wonder what it'd be like if I could be the creator again, right? I wonder if I could give the crown to Alil. Like, I wonder if that would be an option if I made the golden crown and I gave it to Alil and he could become the god. That's something I'm not going to even attempt. I'm going to stick with what I said before. I want to take the pages to Gnosis. I think that that's going to do something fancy. I want to see what that does. This seems to be like a game that we're going to need to play multiple times. So we will see. But let's head to Gnosis. Oh, let's talk to the twins again first, actually. Hi again, new friend. Want to play a game with us or talk about something? Would you mind telling me more about the crystal? Sure. What about it? Wanted to know if you felt the crystal truly makes you happy. Yeah, it really does, new friend. It's way better than never seeing anything from our home again, you know? Yeah, if we didn't have the crystal, I think we'd be a lot sadder. I mean, it'd be even better if our parents would just... Never mind. Ketri Essie, does the crystal have something to do with why you left the palace? New friend, there's kind of a lot to explain about that. Yeah, and if we tell you how we got here, you have to promise not to tell anyone else. Do you promise? Of course. Your secret's safe with me. That means I'm not telling Alethea, even though she's going to ask. All right. Thanks, new friend. So, the ocean. It's not our real home. We used to live in the palace, far, far away from here. You already knew that, though. What you didn't know is that we lived in the palace because our parents were the king and queen. I figured that much. They made big decisions that changed how everyone lived. Also, our mom and dad had powers. Just like us. Runs in the family, you know? They used their powers to do really cool things. They gave everyone jobs and places to live. But if anyone broke our parents' rules, they'd get punished. And if they did something bad enough, our parents would open a portal and banish them to an awful place. Forever. Are her parents the ones in the books? They sound strict like them. How did you feel about that? We used to think certain people deserve to get banished like that. I don't know if that's true anymore. Anyway, our mom and dad worked really hard to teach us how to use our powers. Yep, you saw some of the things we can do, like the barrier. But they taught us lots of other powers too, like how to move stuff with our minds and how to banish people. Did they expect you to use your powers on anyone else? I'm glad you two used the barrier when we met instead of banishing me. Yeah, they did. Our mom and dad used to say we had to use our powers to keep the peace. Like it was our duty to make sure everyone followed the rules and to keep big wars from happening. Mom and dad said the people outside the palace were dangerous. And, well, that was true sometimes. Our parents banished people for killing each other or hurting workers at the palace. Mom and dad said if anyone needed to be punished, we had to do it, no matter what. We'd be putting everyone in danger if we didn't. So eventually they started making us banish people too. And usually we were okay with that, but one time it was different. What happened? A bunch of people decided to protest in the streets outside the palace. They were really loud and saying they didn't want our parents to make decisions for them anymore. But nobody was hurting anyone else or making threats or anything. Our parents, though, they rounded up all the people who were protesting. They brought them to the palace and called for Ketri and me. They said, we had to banish them. All of them. Even though they didn't hurt anyone. We couldn't do it. It wasn't fair. All that people wanted was something different. When we refused, Mom and Dad said they still had to be punished. So, our parents made us watch as they opened the biggest portal we'd ever seen and banished all of them anyway. They really hated us for that. They said we were failures and that all the time they spent raising us was a waste. Teaching us to use our powers only for us to turn out too weak to do what had to be done. So, they banished us next. We were so scared because we had no idea where we'd end up. But before they banished us, They gave us the crystal and said they might let us come back someday if they felt like we deserved it. So that's how we got here, and that's why we have the crystal. We need it so we'll know if our parents want us back. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you both. You don't really want to go back to parents like that, do you? Let's be compassionate first. Yeah. Thanks, new friend. We just keep wondering what we could have done to make it not happen. It was your parents' choice to do what they did, not yours. None of this was your fault. Yeah, I guess that might be true. It's been so long that it almost feels like a dream, like the worst nightmare ever. But it really did happen. The crystal reminds us of that, too. I don't think you should keep the crystal. Maybe it's helpful in certain ways, but it's also causing you a lot of pain, isn't it? Oh, wow. Or don't repeat your... Yeah, I think that's good. This is like a metaphor for like repression or like trying to ignore things, where it's like, no, sometimes you need to use the awfulness that's been done to you in order to remind you of what's good in the world, you know? You know, we never looked at it that way before, but I think you're right, new friend. Yeah, we have the same powers as mom and dad, but we're not them. We won't do the same bad things as them. Right, you can use the powers to protect yourself instead and make sure you're never at someone else's mercy again. Right, and if your parents ever let you go back, maybe you can use those powers to bring them justice. I don't want to talk about justice, I want to talk about mercy. Yeah, agreed. That's the last time anyone will treat us that way. Thanks for listening to us, new friend. Someday, we're going to be a lot stronger. And once that happens, no one will dare stand against us. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound right. Crap. Maybe I should have talked about justice. I was trying to say, like, you know, use your powers for good. Like, what I wanted to say was use your powers to protect everyone. But now I feel like they heard it as just look out for number one. I don't like that. All right, just let me know if you want to talk about anything else, okay? We will. Okay. Hoo boy. All right, well, it's time to go see Gnosis. I don't know if I'm making the right decisions, but I kind of like that I'm not, you know, that I'm just going with it. All right, I'm just going with it. We'll see where it goes. All right, Gnosis. Could you please not send me to a weird parallel dimension again?
Welcome back. What would you like to discuss?
My teleporter took me to a strange place last time I was here. I wanted to see if you knew anything about that.
Ah, yes. You speak of the breach, a shadowy space between our world and the void beyond. You have seen it for yourself, and now you know the consequences of Alethia's research. What are your thoughts? Why do you wish to return to that place?
I want to find a way to free the creatures trapped there. I want to learn more about the breach and why it exists. I don't want to go back, but I feel guilty if I didn't try to help. I want to free the creatures, yeah.
A selfless notion. Tell me, are you doing this mainly for Alethia's sake? Or are you doing it for the missing creatures who will otherwise be confined to the breach forever?
For them? They're the ones paying the price for Alethia's mistakes. I'm doing it for all of them. Nobody meant for this to happen, and I don't want anyone to suffer for it. That's the truth.
No one wanted this to happen. That is true. And of course, Alethia informed her subjects of the risks. But still, she knew she could not promise them their safety, and went through with the experiments regardless.
That's okay.
In the end, it is not a simple matter.
It is.
But let us return to the topic at hand.
As long as you get consent, as long as people understand, and as long as people are willing to participate, like, you know, risks sometimes need to be taken.
Whatever your reasons may be, you wish to free the creatures trapped in the breach. I cannot force your teleporter to send you there again. I know nothing more about why that happened than you or Alethia. That said, I am capable of creating portals that link two places, as long as I can see the starting point and the destination. And both Mid-Seas and the breach lie within the range of my sight. I could create a portal that allows the trapped creatures to escape the breach, but it will require a great deal of energy. Perhaps in your travels you have found your way to the Library of Antiquity. A large book rests there whose pages have been lost and scattered. These pages contain records of the old world, and they are sources of great power. But because my body is confined here to the depths, I cannot retrieve them myself. Bring 4 of the pages to me, and I will have the energy I need to create a portal to the breach. Talk it over with Alethea. See if she agrees to these terms. If you are both in agreement, we will proceed.
All right, I'll discuss this with her and let you know when we've decided.
Good. I await your decision.
I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned about Gnosis. I don't fully trust Gnosis. Gnosis knows a lot. Giving Gnosis knowledge, more knowledge, might not be good, right? Giving Gnosis more power might not be good because I don't know Gnosis's actual intentions, right? It's a curious one.
Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about?
Took another trip to the depths.
Ah, that's a relief. Thank you again for giving it a go. Were you able to access the breach?
No, unfortunately. And Gnosis said they didn't know what caused the teleport malfunction either.
All right, that's discouraging. Anything else?
Yes, Gnosis offered to help us free the creatures trapped in the breach.
What? Excuse me, that's just very unexpected. Do you know how they plan to help?
Gnosis can create portals that link two places. They're offering to open one in the breach so the creatures can escape.
Remarkable. Is there any sort of catch?
Are they asking for anything in return? Gnosis can draw power from the pages of a book in the Library of Antiquity. They need 4 of these pages in order to open the portal.
Library of Antiquity? I've never heard of such a place.
There's gateways leading to the library scattered across the ocean. You ever seen them?
I haven't. This is surprising. I thought I documented almost everything in the ocean, but apparently not.
I know how to get there, so don't worry. I've got this part covered.
All right, if you say so.
Normally, this is something I would think long and hard about, but I spent so much time and effort trying to determine whether the breach exists. It was all fruitless. I can't imagine how I'd ever get there deliberately. I think our best bet is to work with Gnosis to free the missing ones. We don't really know if Gnosis can be trusted.
I agree. We can't be certain, but we never will be. We know that Gnosis is willing to help us do something charitable. Frankly, that's enough for me. And furthermore, I fear the only alternative is to leave the missing ones to their fate.
That's true.
I'm at a dead end on my research on teleportation and the breach. I don't even know where I'd begin if I were to pick it up again. Now that we have this option, it might be the only way we can save them.
Maybe you're right. I wouldn't want to turn this down and risk trapping the missing ones forever.
I'm glad you see what I mean. Well, I'll leave the final decision up to you then. Concerning the breach, I'm not happy with where my choices have landed me, so I'll follow your lead here. What should we do?
We should do it. If Gnosis wants to help, let them help. I don't think we should do it. We'll start to hope there's another way. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, I think that the error of my ways throughout this entire playthrough has been me trusting everyone too much. But I also think that that has ended up working out, right? I trusted Alethea. She hurt my friends, but then they understood. I trusted her, you know, to not harm Lutra. She hurt Lutra, but in the end, things worked out okay, right? He understood. They all understood. So I think trust is something I need to really bank on. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm taking a leap of faith.
Happy to hear it. All that's left is to tell Gnosis we're ready to collaborate, yes?
Right. I'll be back shortly.
Sounds good, my friend.
It's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, I told you, I do not trust Gnosis fully, but it's also the only way we can think of. And as Alethea said, she's reached a dead end. I mean, she's already devoted all of her time to understanding the breach and everything else, right? Like, I think this is the only option. Maybe not, though. We'll find out. I hope that Gnosis doesn't screw me here.
Welcome back. What would you like to discuss?
Alethea and I have agreed to trade the pages for your help with the breach.
Indeed. I am glad to assist you. I must ask Alethea some questions about the breach before I begin. Give me the pages now, and I will contact her shortly.
Here you go, then.
You have my gratitude, and soon the creatures lost in the breach will be free. In the meantime, feel free to return and speak with me whenever you like. I will always be here.
Will do. Thanks for your help, Gnosis. Whoa. Oh, that's when I do the blink. Wow, what a bright boy. Okay. Let's go talk to Alethea again. Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? How do things go with Gnosis? Perfectly! Not long after you left, I was contacted by Gnosis. What a fascinating being. I could hear their thoughts and even saw visions within my mind's eye. I saw what Gnosis looks like. How absolutely massive they are. Even after all you've told me, I was not prepared for that. Anyway, I answered a few questions Gnosis had about the breach. Then they said they'd get to work right away. Moments later, my instruments here were getting all sorts of strange energy readings. Sure enough, a massive portal had opened just outside the lab. Looking through the portal, I saw what could only be the alien landscape of the breach. And before I knew it, the missing ones began emerging. I went out to greet them and urge the rest to come through safely. Once they were all accounted for, the portal closed. And that was it. My friend, this story has a happy ending thanks to you. And Gnosis, of course. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. This has lifted a burden from me I thought I'd always bear alone. No problem, Alethea. I'm glad I was able to help. More than you know. Shall we talk about something else? Gotta go now. See you around. We'll talk later then. Farewell. I want to go see these critters. Are they around? It's 10 out of 10 right now. Oh! We could talk to Allele again. I wonder what Allele has to say. Whoa! Hey, buddy, check out that glow, huh? That is what we call the gift of creation. Looks like the new world's all set to go. Just let me know when you're ready. All right, last thing. Let's go talk to... Okay, we can talk to Alethea again and Gnosis again. I want to do all the talking that I can do. You know what I mean? How many pages do we have left? He took 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14, so I can still do a silver crown if I wanted to. Well, let's go back and talk to Alethea again, I guess. Maybe the new fish are here now and I can see them. Whoa! Oh, it's outside. What's going on? Hey, it's one of the new fish. What's up, bro? I can't believe we're really back. All of us. We all got out of there. I bet you helped us somehow, didn't you? You found us stuck there, and after you left, you found a way to make sure we could get home. It's true. It wasn't just me who helped you escape, though. Others helped, too. I knew it. Thank you. Thank you. And whoever helped you, thank them, too. If it wasn't for all of you, we'd still be stuck in that awful place. You're heroes in my book. Oh, that's awesome. Where is Alethea? Oh, she's up top. Okay, good. Oh, that's right, because it spawned me in the middle there, I guess. Oh, well, okay, we'll go find her. We'll go find her. I want to talk to all these new fish that are here, though. It's interesting that they don't come up as new ones to talk to, though. Oh, hey again. The one who came to see us after we went through the portal. She said I need to stay here for a while so she can check on me and make sure I'm okay. Works for me, I guess. But mostly it's just good to be out of that place. For good. Yeah, he seems very shaky. Who else is around? The manta ray's up there. Who's over here? Oh, probably the little crab dude, maybe? Oh, is that the door we came through? It must be. It must be. Yeah, it's the cup force. I was like, is there another door that I didn't even notice? Hey, you're right side up! I would like to forget what I saw in that place, but the memories persist. They can't be erased. Still, I suppose I have some stories to tell, and it's good to be back in the seas I know well. Oh, you, sir, are a poet! I forget, I should talk to them always twice. You still have your happy memories? Can you make some new ones? Yes, the shiny golden pillars, the great multifaceted dome. It's good to see all this again. Focusing on my memories of the world I once knew, it kept me going in that place, but I still feel like I lost something there. Maybe one day I'll go back to all the other places I remember. But for now, I think I'll stay here. There's familiar faces here, and right now I need that the most. Okay. Someone's inside again, looks like. Nope, they're outside. Oh, wait, what? Like right there? Who is this? Oh, there you are, Krabby.
Oh, hello again. It's so good to be in this place. It's much less confusing and lonely place. Also, perhaps you can tell me, do I seem to be on the top side of this rock or the bottom?
Pretty sure it's the top.
Oh, that's just what I thought. Seems like I'm getting my sense of direction back. Oh, hey.
Do I seem to be on the top side of this rock or the bottom? Yeah, it's the top.
Oh, good. That's just what I thought. Okay.
Oh, buddy, you're funny. Who's this? There's the manta ray. I love their little tuxedo. Hey there, looks like you made it out too, huh? Wasn't sure where you ended up after you disappeared. I'm real glad no one got left behind. Me too. I'm glad I spent the time to explore the whole thing and get them all to safety in the center, because I bet if I did all this but I didn't get them all to the center that some of them wouldn't have made it back, right? The ones I had to actually go and save and bring in. Alright, let's go talk to Alethea. Oh, she's on top. Oh, I'd never been up to this dome before. Look at this. Oh, this place is awesome. What up?
Ah, I'm glad you've returned. I wanted to get your thoughts on some concerns I've had recently. Might you have a moment?
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's all to do with my research and the goals of it. You'll remember my studies have always been focused on finding the truth about the ocean. I know this place has a purpose. All my research to date suggests so, but the answers remain frustratingly out of reach. At least things have improved when it comes to getting assistance. You've been a great help, and the twins were unexpectedly productive as well, but it took considerable time and effort to make that happen. I'm not sure now if it was worth it. Was I wrong to try and recruit others?
It's tough managing people. Maybe you got it more done if you're working by yourself. I don't think it was a waste. Now that you've learned the basics, we'll be able to help more efficiently, right?
Well, yes, that's probably true. I suppose giving up on the effort so soon would be inadvisable. Putting that aside, you might recall that I had a number of enhancements prepared for the lab. This was, of course, before we learned that Gnosis was the source of the energy I sought for those upgrades. It's been difficult to avoid feeling discouraged since then. At this point, I have no idea how, or even if I'll be able to upgrade the lab as planned.
Yeah, that was a big setback. I bet if you double down on your studies and exploration, you'll be able to find a new power source. I wish I knew how to advise you on this, Alethea. All I can say is that I believe in your abilities, even if the upgrades never happen. I believe in you.
Really? That's quite motivating, my friend. Thank you. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't need the upgrades, or perhaps I can at least make some headway even if they aren't a reality yet. But speaking frankly, even if I had completed the lab overhaul by now as I'd originally hoped, there would still be a problem. Gnawing away at me a tiny bit at a time is the thought, no, the fear, that no matter how hard I work, no matter what tools are at my disposal, I will never know the truth. This endless dream or illusion, whatever it is, it will truly never end, and I will never know what it's for. What do I do about that, my friend? Do you think there's anything I can do?
I can only imagine how that feels, Alethea, but maybe you can try to make peace with it. As long as you're seeking the truth, I believe you'll find answers. Your work is what drives you, Alethea. You should immerse yourself in that. The harder you work, the closer you'll get. I think this, as long as you're seeking, yeah.
Yes, I think I'm beginning to see what you mean. There are those here who are willing to help me, who believe in me and my skills. Whether or not I find the answers I'm seeking, I am not alone in all of this, and that means a lot. Thank you so much for hearing me out, my friend. I appreciate it a great deal.
Of course. Always happy to help, Alethea. I have to go now. See you around.
We'll talk later then. Farewell.
Okay. Got Gnosis and we got Allele to talk to. I want to talk to Gnosis some more. I want to talk to Allele. I'd like to know who Allele thinks is gonna be the god, you know? Or the creator, rather.